Hello everyone and welcome back to Eating Sprouts. This is Luis from Amsterdam and today I'm going to teach you how to grow buckwheat microgreens or buckwheat lettuce. And I'm going to teach you from seed all the way to this stage and then what to do from here and get them ready to eat as well. Okay, and just before we get that, let me go over some of the nutritional value of buckwheat lettuce, okay, because this is a very nutrient-rich plant, or actually microgreen, and it's known for being rich in vitamins A, B6, and vitamin C, iron, calcium, potassium, lecithin, magnesium, chlorophyll, and other essential amino acids, plenty of enzymes, about 15% protein, and of course, this is a microgreen, so it's filled with plant energy. I mean, this is still alive, but soon we're going to cut them. If you eat them fresh, you'll be getting about the optimal level of a microgreen, which is a lot of nutrition. So, okay, now that we know a little bit about it, and of course the taste is amazing, let's get started with the first step from seeds.
Okay, so let's go over the first step on how to grow buckwheat microgreens, and the first step is to sprout or germinate the seeds just a little before we actually plant them. And we're going to use only 1 cup. The reason is 1 cup is that is the measurement to grow in a 10 by 10 tray. Of course, you can use a 10 by 20, or there are bigger sizes or even smaller sizes, but I just find the 10 by 10 to be easy because the portion that you need is, like I said, is usually 1 cup. In this case, it's 1 cup. I mean, 1 cup of these microgreens is about 170, 175 grams depending. Okay, so just because we don't want to put too much, we're going to do 170 grams, which should be the exact size for buckwheat microgreens. Okay, so we're going to use the seeds that are, of course, heirloom, organic, buckwheat seeds, and those we're going to take, like I said, 1 cup. So let's go over and let's get 1 cup or 170 grams here.
And here we are. This is the buckwheat seed with the husk, with the shell. Look how beautiful and clean and healthy it looks. This is exactly how the buckwheat seed with husk is supposed to look, okay? So from this seed, like we said, we're going to get exactly 170 grams. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we'll reach exactly 170. Okay, very well. So now that we have the 170 grams, which is the equal of 1 cup of buckwheat, we're going to now get it started for sprouting. And the first thing, we're going to soak it for 8 to 12 hours. And the first thing we use is a half-gallon glass jar, and this is my favorite size. And then we're going to use a little net or screen, and with the little scissors, you're going to cut a little square like this, okay? And now we're going to put the buckwheat, very careful here. Okay, actually it went all in, so perfect. And now we're going to cover it with this to prevent, to allow the water out, to preventing the seeds to come out as well. And the first thing we're going to do is basically just, rinse them a little, maybe a little bit more water. Fine. It's no problem. Okay, just kind of cleanse them a little bit. No big deal. But yeah, now we're going to definitely be filling these, and here you go. So something like that. So we're gonna let it soak for about 8 to 12 hours. Okay, and now after 8 to 12 hours of soaking, now we're going to get rid of this water. And from now on, we're going to always keep them wet, but not soaking. We're going to let them drain, you see, like this. We're going to let them drain. You can use your blade drainer, that's that. So we're going to leave it like that, and we're going to wait until it gets dry, and then we're going to wet them again and let them dry some more. We're going to wet them about 2 to 3 times a day for the next 2 days, okay? So here we go.
Okay, it's been 2 days now, and where we've been watering the seeds and let them drain like that, right? 2 or 3 times a day, and after now almost exactly 48 hours later, we can actually see that the seeds are barely sprouted. We can see the white tail. So let's see if we can put it here and make a close up.
And here it is, the buckwheat seed sprouted, and just as you see here, it shouldn't be any longer than that, those white tails, okay? Because just like when it's like that, it's ready to be planted.
Okay, now the next step is to plant the sprouted buckwheat seeds, and of course we're going to use organic soil. Very, very important to find organic soil somehow. This one was composted not too far, and it looks really nice, very healthy. It has all the components of it, and it's of course organic. So make sure to have very good organic seed. If it's not composted, as long as it doesn't have any pesticides or any chemicals, just natural, you're fine. Okay, now if they mix it with leaves and they go compost it and they do different things to make it even better, that's great, like this one. Okay, so any good organic soil is necessary. Okay, and then we're going to use the trays. Like I said, we're going to do a 10 by 10 tray. Okay, in this case we'll have to use two. We always need to have two in hand, and I'll soon show you why. And the way I started is that I always put a couple pieces of paper, preferably this brown paper, okay, that has not been bleached and that is strong enough. And the reason is because, as you can see here, there are some holes, right? And through these holes we want to prevent this organic soil leaving through these holes, okay, with the water. What we want to do is to protect the soil with this, which will allow the water to come out, but not the soil. And these, they will blend in with the roots really well, so it's going to work really well. Okay, so that would be the first thing we need. So let's get started.
All right, here we are, and this is the tray. So the first thing we have to do is to cover the surface with this brown paper. Okay, we want to be sure that all the little holes are covered by this paper so no soil can go through it but the water. Okay, you can leave the margins like that, it's okay, not too high, but whatever you need to do, because they will merge really well with the roots. Okay, so you see it's good like that. All right, perfect. So once it's covered like that, we're gonna start putting the soil on it. Very well. And we just want to put the right amount. Yeah, okay, we want to, of course, distribute it evenly, as even as we can throughout the surface. And yeah, that should be fine like this. Okay, so as you see, we don't want to put more than an inch of soil and no less than half an inch. I think those are good measurements. About half an inch to an inch of soil should be enough within the tray, and distribute it evenly, just like it is now. See, all right, perfect. Ready to go outside. Okay, here we are outside with the water hose, and the first thing we have to do always is to water the soil, and we have to be sure that it's very wet, very almost swampy. Okay, and we want to do that with a low water pressure. Okay, we don't want to disrupt the uniformity of the soil on the tray. We want to be sure that it stays that way, and we want to be sure that the water goes all the way down. Okay, just like that. It looks really nice, very wet, very swampy. It's gonna be like that just for a few seconds before it all goes down, but before we put the seeds, we want to be sure that it looks like that. So now we're ready to put the sprouted seeds. Okay, here we are. And again, we want to try to do it as uniform as possible. And we want to be sure that every corner is filled with seeds. We don't want to leave every corner untouched. We want to be sure that every single part of the tray has a seed, and preferably not seeds on top of each other. And once we have done that, we are going to water the whole thing one more time with low water pressure. We're going to make it very swampy. Let's remember, it's not going to last like that. It's all going to go away in a few seconds, and that's exactly how we're going to leave it. And now we're only going to put the second tray on top. We put pressure on that, and that's where we're going to put some weight on it, like a brick or a heavy rock or something that is going to really push it down like that. And we're just going to leave it like that until the next day. Okay, it's been exactly 24 hours since we left this exactly like that, and let's see how much they actually managed to grow. And as you see, they did grow, and as you can see, they grew evenly and they look very nice and healthy. So all we need to do is water them. Again, a lot of water with low water pressure to keep the uniformity on the tray. And we want to water them like that 2 to 3 times a day. Okay, and we're gonna leave it like that for at least another couple of days. Let's say to leave it like that for another 1 to 3 days, watering them 2 to 3 times a day every day. Okay, it's been 3 days now growing. As you can see here, it's grown a lot. Even the brick can hold the whole tray down because it's grown so much. Look how it is. So it's grown even on the sides, in the middle. Turn it around and show you how much it grew. So basically, it's asking, to get more sun and water. And look at this, it's beautiful, it's yellowish, and asking for sun to turn green. So let's water them, okay, again, 2 to 3 times a day. And we're going to be sure that they're draining okay. Let's see how much is draining. Yeah, they're fine. So perfect. So now all we have to do is leave it like that without the tray, and let's put it under the sun. Exactly like that. Now they're gonna start turning green. Now they're gonna start getting some nice color. Okay, it's been 2 to 4 days growing, and look how beautiful they are. They all look very healthy. They're all green, and obviously they're a little bit small, so we need to let them grow a little more. So let's just water them again 2 to 3 times a day with a low water pressure, so that they're always wet and growing. And we're just gonna leave them just like that, growing for another couple of days. Okay, it's been another 1 or 2 days growing, and look how beautiful they are. They all look even greener, and they're growing uniformly, and they're still very healthy and very good looking actually. And let's see the roots. Look how nice and healthy they look. Look at the size of the plant, and we could harvest them just like that, but actually I let them grow a little bit more, just another day. So let's water them again, keep them really wet for another day and under the sun. Remember always to water them with a low water pressure. And just like that, we're gonna let them grow for another 12 to 24 hours just to get a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna harvest them. Okay, and those are the steps to grow buckwheat microgreen or buckwheat lettuce from the seed until you sprout it, and then it's ready to be planted, and then you plant it until it grows like this, where it's nice and big and healthy and beautiful. And now I'm going to teach you how to cut the microgreens properly, then how to wash them and what to look for, and then how to store it in a vegetable cellulose bag, which is the best way I know to keep the microgreens or the sprouts fresh, and they can last for several days up to a week. Of course, let me remind you that it's best to eat the microgreens as soon as you harvest them or soon after you harvest them instead of waiting a whole week, because when they're freshly harvested, they're very rich in nutrition, and as they grow older, well, they lose part of that nutrition. But if you need a few more days to eat the microgreens or the sprout, the best way to store them in the refrigerator is the vegetable cellulose bag that will help the microgreens or the sprout or the fruit or whatever you put in them breathe. Okay, so let's get started on how to cut the microgreens. Okay, we're ready to cut the buckwheat, and look how beautiful they are. They look very healthy, they have a beautiful color, and they look delicious. And let's see at the root. Yes, the root is beautiful. Look how tall they are. They are certainly ready to be harvested. So the way we do it, we're going to separate a bunch from the corner or from the side somewhere. We're going to separate that bunch from the rest, and we're going to grab them with one hand like a bunch of hair, just like that. We're going to grab them, and with a little knife we're gonna cut them from down below from the inside out. That's the easiest way, is to cut them from the inside out, just like that. Look how easy they come. Exactly, and you see, that's how you grab them, and they come very easily. So we just put them aside, and then we just keep picking bunches of buckwheat from the side, and we continue the same process, cutting them like that. Okay, we're ready to clean the microgreens now, and they're right here. And basically, we're gonna wash them in this fresh water without any antibacterial. And we're gonna put them in this strain over here. And basically, we're just gonna take a bunch okay, and we're going to be seeking for the shell, okay, the husk of the seed, okay, and there should be a few left. Most of them should be gone by now. They must have fallen, but there are a few always left, and we're just going to grab them one by hand, and that's all we have to do. Yeah, just like I'm doing right now. It takes a moment, but it's not that hard. Then we're going to continue searching by just putting our fingers through the microgreens, and they're going to open, and the shells are going to come up, and they'll be easy recognizable. We'll just grab them, and like that we can wash them, you see. And then once they're done, now we can just grab them and look at them, look through them, make sure they're all clean and healthy like they are. They all should be clean and healthy. Look how nice. So we just put them over here, the strainer perfectly, and we just grab them all. It's a very easy microgreen to wash, to clean. Very, very easy. Okay, so let's do it again. Just take another bunch, and yep. Okay, let's open it here. You see, there are a few shells. That's fine. Just put your fingers through it, and they'll come up. See, there are a few, a lot more of those here, but that's fine. They just keep collecting them one by one. And let me just emphasize the importance of not using any antibacterial on this water, because basically we don't want to kill the bacteria that insects or bees or anything that goes by the microgreens live there, because that bacteria allows our bodies, or animals' bodies as well, to produce our own B12 vitamin. That's very important, okay? You can take supplements, but you can create your own B12 vitamin by eating, these raw foods like that, and including the bacteria. So don't use antibacterial, okay? And yep, as you can see, basically, that's how you wash the microgreens one by one. There you go. Okay, we have the microgreens right here, and we're gonna put it in this bag over here, which is a bag of vegetable cellulose bag of PEAKfresh USA, and it helps the microgreens breathe and live longer. It comes in a pack of 10, and basically it works really easy. All we're gonna do is just open it, and we're gonna literally grab them and put them inside the bag. That's all it takes, and these bags is of course reusable, which helps a lot. Stay longer, and it's priced really well. So I highly recommend them. And it's very easy. Just grab the microgreens that have been drained and put them inside, and just put them in the refrigerator. And just like that, you can close it and put it in the refrigerator. Yep.
Okay, and here we are with a bag of buckwheat microgreens ready to eat in the vegetable cellulose bag, which, like I said, will extend the life of the vegetable in the refrigerator for several days. But remember, you still want to eat them as fresh as you can. You don't want to let them sit in the refrigerator for several days or a week, okay? Because the fresher they are, the more nutrition they have, okay? So this is how I keep them, and that's because they breathe. Whether it's fruits or vegetables, sprouts, microgreens, whatever you put in these vegetable cellulose bags, they will last a lot longer. It's a lot healthier. I might close it with these clips that are not expensive, and they work perfectly fine, okay? So basically that is how you grow the buckwheat microgreens from seed to, well, all the way to sprouting and then planting, and then how to cut it, how to wash them until you put them just like that in the refrigerator, okay? Of the things you're gonna need to do this, the first link I'm gonna add is the link to buy the high quality buckwheat seeds, or rather organic, non-GMO, heirloom buckwheat sprouting seeds, okay? The second link I'm gonna add for you is gonna be the trays. Remember, these trays are good, are strong, and are really not expensive. They're just big enough for a small group of people or for a single individual, and I like them best. So I'll put the links for this. And the third link I'm gonna add is gonna be for the PEAKfresh USA pack of 10. It's very economical. You see it, I highly recommend them. They work really well, and of course they are reusable. And last but not least, I'm gonna put a link for the clip in case you like them. I recommend. They're not expensive, and they come in a group of like 30, so it's actually a good purchase. So anyway, this is the video of how to grow buckwheat microgreens. If you like the video, please give us a like to let us know that you actually like the video. And of course, remember, if you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm adding a lot of new information, a lot of new seeds, a lot of important data that will help you take control of your food, eat healthier, and be happier with everything regarding to food and superfoods. So thank you for being here. My name is Buckwheat, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, and now you know how to grow buckwheat microgreens. So enjoy that, and remember, be what you eat. See you in the next video. Bye.